I had a really good coffee somewhere else for 160, but it was really special.
Phuket is crazy prices now, so I think 10 years ago it was a lot cheaper.
How much do you roughly pay per meal then if you eat the local way?
I'm spending right now probably 50-60 baht per meal.
Everyone is talking about how cheap Thailand is, but what does a day here really cost? In this video I'm going to ask travelers what they spend on accommodation, food and nights out.
It's my first time and I've been here from Monday and I'm leaving today, so just a few days.
And why did you choose Thailand?
Beautiful weather, good food, good vibes, good people.
I'm basically trying to find out how cheap Thailand is. Everyone's like, oh, Thailand is very cheap, blah, blah. So can I ask you, in what kind of accommodation are you staying and how much do you pay for that?
So I'm staying in a hotel in the old quarter near Taipei Gate. It was around 8,000 baht for 5 nights. An okay hotel. I wouldn't say it's like the best hotel in the world, but clean, private room, little swimming pool.
Yeah, nice. And breakfast included?
Yeah.
How's the breakfast?
I actually haven't had it so much because there's so many coffee shops I want to go around, so I wouldn't know. Sorry.
How about food over here? Like, do you go fine dining or you eat street food or you do both?
I mix it all up, whatever's recommended. Got recommendations from friends, from a few locals, so like all over the place.
Yeah. And roughly per meal, how much do you spend?
And I'd say around 200 baht on average.
And how much did you pay for your coffee?
A bit too much. No, this one was like 180, which
What is
is
it?
the same price. It's a latte,
Wait.
nothing special,
Yeah,
ice latte. But I think this area is more expensive than the old quarter.
Yeah, it depends. Like for 50 baht you can get a coffee, but
Exactly,
it's all,
exactly. No, I had a really good coffee somewhere else for 160, but it was really special. Like I can show you. I took a photo of like what it was. Cold brew with caramel and pink salt, and like it was special, so it was worth it. This one isn't special, so
Yeah, gotcha.
I mean it's good, but
So how much do you roughly spend on a daily basis? What can people expect over here?
I usually make sure I have a 1,000 notes in my wallet at all times.
Okay.
And that usually gets me through the day. I do use like Apple Pay and stuff as well sometimes. So
Is that easy to use over here in Thailand?
usually, I'd say like except for street vendors and stuff, most places accept card. And to your question of if it's cheap here or not, it depends what you compare it to. I'd say like compared to Vietnam, it's expensive.
Okay.
But compared to like obviously South Korea, Japan, Australia, you know, it's cheap. It depends on what you're expecting, I guess.
Have you been going out as well? Like, let's say night venues and stuff like that?
Not really, because I'm traveling on my own.
Oh,
so
yeah.
as a solo woman, I don't really go clubbing and stuff on my own.
Do you drink any alcoholic beverages while you're here? Like a cocktail or something?
Yeah, I'll have a cocktail.
So how much do you roughly pay for a cocktail? What can people expect?
No idea.
No?
No idea.
Fair enough.
I never check. I'm terrible.
No, that's fine. You're on holiday anyway.
Exactly.
So you just go to Thailand for 5 days and go back to Melbourne again?
No. Just Chiang Mai for 5 days.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm going to Chiang Rai today, and then I'm going down south, Koh Phi Phi, Koh Lanta, Krabi.
This is your first time?
It's my 3rd time in Thailand, first time in Chiang Mai.
I think Chiang Mai is overall a little bit more affordable than the rest of Thailand. Have you figured that out as well?
I honestly don't know. I heard that, but my previous times in Thailand were with family, so I never paid for anything, so I wasn't really aware of anything. But
Now you know how much a coffee costs.
exactly.
I've only been here a week, but I've been here, this is my 10th time.
Okay. In Thailand? You've been traveling around as well?
No. My best friend lives in Phuket, so I use that as a base, and then I get off to various islands, various places.
Nice.
And,
So the topic of this video is how cheap is Thailand? How do you experience it over here?
I mean, Chiang Mai is much cheaper than everywhere else, for sure. I mean, Phuket is crazy prices now, so I think 10 years ago it was a lot cheaper. I think it's got a lot more commercial, but it's still great value.
That's what I think as well. Can I ask you how much you pay roughly for accommodation and what do you get for that?
In Chiang Mai tonight, I'll be paying $100, and that's a 4-star hotel per night.
It's $100 US?
US, yeah, exactly. But I mean, the other night we were paying maybe 80, and that was the Marriott down the road, so that was quite cool.
Oh yeah.
But obviously, you know, with my friend living here, most of the time I get it for free.
If you go out for dinner and lunch, how much do you roughly spend?
I think that depends. I mean, around here there's some great cafes. This morning's brunch and coffee was like 250 baht, so that's good value. But of course, you know, you can go to some of these local restaurants and get it next to nothing. You know, 100 baht for a dinner and a drink. But then you've got the high end as well.
Do you sometimes go out to like nightclubs, stuff like
No
that?
nightclubs, no, I'm past that. But no, good restaurants. I mean, we went to one fantastic restaurant, like Michelin star restaurant the other night in Chiang Mai, which was super nice.
Yeah.
There's a great bar as well. Cocktail bars in Chiang Mai, and they're a little more expensive.
Yeah, but what do you roughly pay for a cocktail over here?
This was a really good cocktail bar, and it was about 400 baht a drink. But you can get them obviously a lot cheaper. But this was kind of a mixologist place.
Have you been to other places in Southeast Asia?
I've been to Indonesia, I've been to Singapore, been to Vietnam, Korea.
So how cheap is Thailand still nowadays?
I think it's comparable. I think it's cheaper. I mean, Cambodia is my favorite, and that's great value for money.
Okay.
But I think Cambodia and Thailand not having a great time with each other at the moment.
Yeah. I like to unite them. Like we're brothers and sisters. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's a cool place, and I think Asia generally. I mean, Korea is quite expensive. Japan's very expensive.
Yeah.
So but otherwise all good.
So why is Cambodia so special to you?
I think Siem Reap is incredible. I think the story, its recent history as well with the genocide is quite, having that and then seeing all the smiles of the people is just crazy. I mean, it's only 40 years ago and they lost a whole generation. Yet they seem a very happy, people, culture, which is fantastic.
And what's the best thing about Thailand?
Oh wow, the smile, everybody, it's known as the land of the smiles, right? So everybody's happy. Also it's diversity. I mean, you're up in Chiang Mai in the north now, beautiful sunshine. I was down in Phuket yesterday, totally different vibe, it's more partying and commercial. So look, you can get everything in Thailand.
It's been a day. And I'm loving it so far. But I was in Koh Samui earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So I was there for about 5 days.
Yeah.
But this is a completely different vibe. Honestly, it's such a good vibe here. I love it.
Yes. So how long have you been in Thailand in total?
So it's been about a week now.
I'm trying to find out how cheap Thailand still is. How do you experience it over here?
To be fair, when I was in Koh Samui, I think it's designed for tourists, isn't it? So the prices are pretty steep over there.
Okay.
But coming here, I've got quite a bit of things to do, and they're fairly cheap.
So you think in Koh Samui was not very cheap anymore?
I think it's designed for tourists. So so you're going to get those prices, aren't you?
Yeah. How much do you pay roughly per night, and what do you get for that?
I paid around 50-60 quid a night.
Yeah.
So that's about, I don't know how many, I've forgotten how many baht.
Well, it's like $80.
Yeah. And to be fair, I got a nice place on the beach. It was nice.
Nice.
The food was decent, but I think just activities, they're pretty pricey.
What have you been doing in Koh Samui?
Just been vibing, just been enjoying life.
Did you go out? Did you spend nights out in the bars and?
Yeah, it was pretty chill to be fair.
Can I ask you roughly how much did you spend per day?
Probably spent about 100 quid a day, I think.
100 quid a day.
Yeah.
That's excluding accommodation then?
Yeah, excluding accommodation. Wow. So that's quite a bit. Coming to realise it's quite a bit.
Third time here in the Thailand, and this trip is 2 months. I have like 2 weeks more here, and then I'm going back home.
Can I ask you about how much you pay for your accommodation and what do you get for that?
Now I'm paying like 400 a night, but it's nice hostel. Okay. It's like a room for 4 people.
You sleep in a dormitory then?
Yeah, I'm in a dormitory. I have a breakfast and pool. Yeah, it's nice.
Breakfast included?
Yeah, breakfast is included. If you want to live like the Western style here, it's really expensive. But if you want to live like a local, it's really cheap here.
How much do you roughly pay per meal then, if you eat the local way?
Per meal around like 70 bahts, I think.
Huh.
Yeah. It's still cheap.
Nightlife, do you sometimes go out or have a drink?
Not much.
Not much.
Because the drinks here are more expensive than in my country. So
First time in Thailand, but I've been in Southeast Asia for about a month and a half now, almost up to 2 months.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And how long in Thailand?
So Thailand, I've been here for 3 weeks. For accommodation, I'm staying at a nicer place right now because I kind of needed a bit of a rest, a bit of a break. So I'm paying around 13 euros a night.
Okay.
And I'm staying here for 5 nights just to kind of pace myself a bit.
Yeah.
But I've stayed in all sorts of places. When I was in Kanchanaburi, I was paying 3 euros a night.
What do you get for 3 euros a night?
So for 3 euros a night, it was amazing. I'd recommend this place to everyone. It's called a sleep hostel. And the owner, Mimi, she would prepare a meal every night, and then you go down to the night market and you grab something to contribute, and the whole hostel will eat their dinner together.
I can imagine that was not a private room you stayed in then.
No, it was a dorm, So
how about now? Are you staying in a private room for 13 euros?
No, not staying in a private room. It's a nicer hostel. You've got free breakfast every morning. It's very sustainable accommodation. I've got a room with, I think, 6 people with me right now. Yeah, but a really beautiful hostel. I tend to just find I like the dorms, I like the social nature. I think when you're solo traveling for months on months, you rely on the fact that you can talk to people, you can, make plans. It's cheaper to do that a lot of the time as well.
Do you think the food is quite affordable over here?
I think you just need to go to the right places. You could spend so much money trying to find really good sourdough or really good sandwiches, but if you look at where the locals eat and you eat there, you're paying less and you're getting food that's authentic and tastes about 100% better. So
Roughly how much do you spend a meal?
I'm spending right now probably 50-60 baht per meal, and that's to have a nice bowl of noodle soup or stir fry.
How about nightlife? Do you sometimes go out, have a drink?
Sometimes, yeah. A lot of the time it's just, with hostel mates, I'll pop down for a drink. Here, I found a jazz bar and I have missed jazz from home. It's been a little bit more pricey going to that. But yeah, I don't do too much nightlife really.
No, at a jazz bar, what do you pay for a drink?
Paying 100 baht.
For a beer?
A beer.
Okay.
Yeah. Not horrible, but still.
Do you have a message to the world or some wisdom to pass on?
Move. I'm going to quote Anthony Bourdain here, but always find yourself in a new place, get lost. Don't plan too much, have fun.
Conclusion, yes, Thailand did get a little bit more expensive, but it's still very affordable. A little summary for accommodation, you can stay already for 250 baht in a dormitory. This is starting price. A private room starting from 650 baht already. Proper local Thai food starting from 60 baht per meal. But if you are on holiday and you eat in proper restaurants, then expect to pay roughly 200 to 400 baht per person. The party scene might be a little more expensive, depending on how classy the bar or club is where you're going to. A beer often costs you 80 to 150 baht, and cocktails at a normal bar starting from 150 baht. Thank you all for watching till the very end. I'd like to say from the north of Thailand in Chiang Mai, bye for now and stay champ.